Good day, everyone. Today, I will be discussing indigenization of the curriculum. This concept focuses on making education more inclusive, meaningful, and reflective of indigenous peoples' identities, experiences, and worldwide views. First, what is indigenization of the curriculum? Indigenization of the curriculum refers to the integration of indigenous knowledge systems, cultures, histories, values, and language into our educational program. The aim is to create learning experiences that highlighted not only Western knowledge but also rich and diverse traditions of indigenous community. The main purpose of indigenizing, indigenizing the curriculum are the following. One is to promote cultural identity and pride among indigenous learners. Number two is to preserve and transmit indigenous knowledge to next generation. Number three, to foster respect, understanding among non-indigenous students regarding indigenous culture and contribution. Number four is to correct historical injustices, especially in the inclusion of indigenous perspective in the formal education. Number five is to encourage community participation, allowing local context and tradition to influence how the curriculum is shaped. The key principle of indigenization is guided by several important principles. Number one is the inclusion of indigenous knowledge. This means bringing indigenous science, arts, environmental practices, and spiritual values into learning alongside Western content. Number two is to language preservation. Indigenous languages are promoted either as a subject or medium of instruction. Language is a key part of the cultural identity. Number three is community engagement. Elders, cultural bearers, and indigenous scholars are involved in curriculum planning and teaching because they are the carriers of authentic knowledge. Number four is the holistic learning. Indigenous education emphasizes the interconnectedness of people, land, community, and spiritually. It looks at learners are whole individuals not separated by subject or discipline. Lastly is the relevance and context. Lessons are grounded in local realities and experiences, making education more meaningful for indigenous students. That are the key principle and purposes of indigenization of curriculum. For example, in practice, using indigenous literature, oral traditions, and local stories in language and social studies classes. Number two is teaching environment concept through traditional ecological knowledge such as sustainable practices used by indigenous communities. And the benefits of indigenization of curriculum brings many positive outcomes, empowers indigenous learners by affirming their identity. It creates a classroom environment that promotes mutual respect and understanding among all students. And also, it enriches the curriculum by adding diverse perspective and ways of knowing. And also, there are a lot of challenges of indigenization of curriculum, but this is one of the most common problem of indigenizing curriculum. There is often a lack teachers bring indigenous perspective. One of the challenges of indigenization of curriculum is the lack of teachers training. Lack of teachers train. Yeah. And also, there is limited access to culturally relevant instructional materials, making implementation difficult because of lahi ang pagkuan sa mga IP nga tao lahi ra sa kaning sa gawas na eskwelahan. Maong lack of resources kay napod sila sa Farplang area naka puyo. To conclude, indigenization of the curriculum is an important step toward making education more inclusive, just, and representative of diverse culture. It helps preserve indigenous heritage, empower learners, and promote a deeper understanding for our cultural diversity. Through collaboration with communities and educators, we can build a curriculum that honors both traditional and modern knowledge. Thank you.